If you are involved in a personal injury, there is something very important you need to make sure and get. Here to tell us what that is, Catherine Stone from Barbas Law. Good morning. Welcome back.
Yeah.
All right, so we're diving into a couple different scenarios,
Right.
I think, which I love when you kind of break it down for us into real-time scenarios. But what is this that we're talking about when there's a personal injury that we need to make sure we get?
Well, you know, I like to bring in some real-world experience that I have, and this just happened this week where a client, unfortunately, was bit by a dog. And that dog apparently had been on this premises before, and some individuals had told the owners to please make sure the dog was on a leash. This one particular individual approached my client, told her this information that they had previously told the owner to put the dog on a leash. However, a lot of times we attorneys don't find out about this information until well after the accident has occurred. So my advice to anyone, whether you're involved in an auto accident, a slip and fall, a dog bite case, any other kind of personal injury claim that you may have, is if someone witnessed the accident or approaches you with any information while you're still in the midst of what's going on, get their name, their number, and their address. Because trying to find that person later on after the fact, when we get involved usually, is almost impossible. And it can only help your case if there's a witness to verify some events, because not every case is a clear-cut liability case. You know, there's some things are open for interpretation. In other words, I have another case where it was a parking lot case, and officers don't come and do reports on parking lots because it's private property. And my client, well after the accident, says, oh, by the way, there was someone who was getting in their car saying, I saw that lady hit you, but they let that person drive away. So now there's a dispute as to how the accident happened.
Well, and you're not saying to necessarily make sure to get them write down a statement right at that.
No, absolutely not. I'm just saying if they witnessed the accident, please get their name, their number, and their address.
So contact information. Is that still valid when you call them up, you know, a couple weeks later?
Sometimes it is. I mean, sometimes people move around, but we have private investigators to find people. You know, the main thing is I understand you don't have the access to us immediately at the time of the accident, but if you're able to, and you're not, or if someone's with you who can get that information.
And we realize, because it's a lot, if there is some kind of injury that goes on, whether it be an auto accident or a dog, there's kind of some right afterwards, you know, you're kind of stunned. Especially in instances, and they're just going through my head left and right, where people will say, oh, well, such and such approached me afterwards and, you know, was telling me this, and I'm going, okay, did you get their information? Yeah, you can see that maybe that wasn't their first thought.
Right, of course, it wasn't their first thought.
But you're saying if you can
if you can remember, please get their name, number, and their address of any witnesses that may have seen the accident.
All right, any other last-minute thoughts before we close up here on how important it is to make sure that we are in touch with witnesses or personal injury cases?
Just make sure that, you know, if you can, that you stop and think about you know, that your surroundings and who's around you, in the sense of
pictures, taking pictures.
Absolutely. Take pictures of, you know, if there's a spill on the floor, take a picture with your cell phone, or if there's fender bender, take a picture. Don't let the person just drive off without taking any pictures.
Document as much as you can.
And, you know, obviously, if you can take pictures of the dog before the dog leaves, take pictures of the dog as well.
Better to have it than not need it.
Because we can't recreate stuff.
Right, exactly. Well, thank you so much for being here again. We always learn so much from you. We appreciate it. And again, if you have any questions, she loves to take your phone call. She said it before. Very eager to help you. So there is the number on the website to find out more info as well.
This is